What's going on, guys? Matt Deegs here with another video. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Today we got patch 9 notes. Pretty cool update. I'll go into a little bit of detail here, but if you want to go into further detail, I will leave the link down below and you guys can definitely give this article a read for yourself. But let's get into it, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get started. So hello, Space Marines. The 9.0 QOL update is live now on every platform. This patch brings lots of balancing tweaks in both PvP and PvE, including siege mode. Also aims to improve stability issues and fix crashes. So let's get into it, guys. So here are some topics covered in order: data vault, gameplay and balancing tweaks, PvE melee, PvE firearm, class perks, firearms, combat, siege mode, PvP, AI, customization, general fixes, and tech. All right, guys, so let's get into the data vault. Let's see what they did. I'm reading this for the first time with you guys. So new ordeals for siege mode, new data reward screen with updated UX, a new entity trigon in the Tyranids tab in the data vault. All right, so we got the new entity. So we got the Trigon from the exfiltration mission. They added that to the Tyranids tab in the data vault. We got some kind of a new data vault reward screen, some updated UX, and some newer deals for siege mode. All right, cool. So we got some gameplay and balancing tweaks. All right, it looks like Assault has got some love finally. So Assault ground pound damage, Chainsword and Power Sword ground pound damage increased to match Power Fist and Thunder Hammer 1. Okay, so that's good. It's good that Assault gets a little bit of perk love there. It is much needed. All right, moving on to PvE melee weapons. All right, with this update, we want to rework all of the melee weapon versions. Okay, the stats distribution was too complex between tiers and wasn't following the same rule set as Firearms, where relic tier weapons are strictly better than artificer ones. This is a massive overhaul, and a lot of popular versions may become less effective than they used to be, and vice versa. We are going to make another pass at this if necessary, but we think that we need to do a cleanup here first to move forward. All right, so very interesting there. I haven't played the game since this update because I literally just woke up and I saw this article. So I haven't played the game, so it's going to be interesting to see what they did to the melee weapons here. Moving on to PvE, melee weapon progression update. So progression for all melee weapons has been updated to streamline the experience. Relic versions of the melee weapons will now always have better stats than artificer weapons, and distribution of the stats is going to follow these principles. Okay. So balanced weapons have moderate damage and moderate speed. Yeah. Fencing weapons offer the fastest speed but have the lowest damage. Block weapons are the slowest but deliver the highest damage. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Let's see how this works. Let's see what the community thinks. And they did say they will, make another pass at this if necessary. But let's see. PvE firearm weapons. Our stats show that all the firearms balance is in a good spot right now, and all weapons are absolute viable. While some of the weapon archetypes are more popular and more effective than the other ones, with this patch, we wanted to focus on actual versions balance. Okay, some of the versions with archetype were underpicked, and thus we would like to do a big pass on those, obviously. But in addition to that, we feel like some of the versions didn't stand out much from their counterparts. Therefore, we wanted to increase the stats difference to make sure that the choice is more meaningful. So what they went into was the mastercrafted bolt rifle. Spread reduction has increased. Recoil reduction increased. Beautiful. Headshot damage coefficient increased. Wow. Okay. Salvation of Baka artificial bolt rifle. Spread reduction increased. Recoil reduction increased. Headshot damage increased, or coefficient increased. Got some big increases here, guys, for the relic versions and some artificer versions. Gathalimor Crusade relic bolt rifle, both the spread, recoil, and headshot damage coefficient has increased. You can see their relative percent increases there. Drogo's Reclamation, The Artificer, the clip size has increased, and the reserve ammo increased. We got the Ophelian Liberation. Clip size has increased, reserve ammo increase. Drago's Reclamation base damage coefficient has increased. Ophelian Liberation bolt rifle beta base damage coefficient has increased as well. And again, guys, I'm not going to go into detail on every single thing. I don't want to make this video, the whole day, having you listen to this. So I'm going to leave the link down below, guys. But we got some stock bolter rifle versions, a lot of headshot damage coefficient increase I can see there. And we got a rate of fire increase for the Ophelian Liberation Relic Stalker Bolt Rifle Beta, all right? And then we got some bolt carbine versions, Mastercrafted Marksman bolt carbine, a lot of spread reduction, recoil reduction, headshot coefficient, damage reduction. Looks like we have that for every single one here. For the Drago's Reclamation Artificer Marksman bolt carbine, we got a little more here. We got the clip size is increased, reserve ammo increased. Ophelian Liberation Relic Marksman bolt carbine clip size increased from 20 to 35, and reserve ammo increased from 140 to 315. So pretty big differences here, guys. Oculus bolt carbine versions, we got some headshot damage coefficient increases here, guys. Base damage coefficient. And then for the Melta-Gun, my boy, Mastercrafted Melta, let's see here, influence of damage efficiency over distance. Okay, increase from 1 meter. Oh, beautiful. Salvation of back art of Melta rifle. Okay, influence of damage, beautiful, from 2 to 4 meters. Cathalamor Crusade Relic Melta rifle. Influence of damage from over distance from 3 to 5 meters. Then we got the last one, Ophelian Liberation Relic Melta rifle. Rate of fire from 50 to 6. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Base damage reduced by, okay, no bueno there, but that's okay. All right, last few. So guys, I'm not going to go into every single thing, but it looks like we got influence of charging speed reduction increase from 50 to 40% for the las fusils. Bolt sniper rifles, looks like we got some headshot damage increase there, and the rate of fire increase. Instigator bolt carbine, looks like we got some headshot damage coefficient increases here. Some clip size, reserve ammo increases. Base damage coefficient increases. Then for the heavy bolters, we got some clip size increases here. Influence of headshot speed reductions has increased for a few of them. And the base damage coefficient increase for the last one, the Ophelian Liberation Relic. Again, guys, I'm gonna link this down below because I know you guys want to go into detail. And then we got the heavy Melta-Gun. Looks like we got some increased distance for all those as well. Kind of very similar to what we saw before. Plasma incinerator versions. I'm sure we got some charge shot decrease by 20%. Influence of venting speed increased 20%, increased from 20% to 40%. It looks like that is steady across the board, guys. Charging speed reduction effect increase from negative 0.15 to 0.3, and that's for the Mastercrafted Heavy Plasma Incinerator. Again, it looks like it is standard for all the other ones as well, just different time frames. And again, guys, I will leave this down below, but you guys can see there are lots of other. I used the plasma pistol. Let's see what we did. Mastercrafted Plasma Pistol Alpha, heating per common and charge shot decrease. Beautiful. A lot of good stuff there. Influence of venting speed increase. Increase from 15 to 30. Salvation of Bacca, same thing. All right, beautiful. Charge speed reduction effect increase from negative 0.2 to negative 0.35. All right, lots of stuff here. I won't go into every single thing, but lots of stuff there. Class perk update, assault perk updates. Let's see. Winged Fury, the perk has been reworked. The new version is damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing increased by 100%. Deals area of effect damage within a 7 meter radius cooldown. Wow, okay. All right, the AoE is not working properly on this perk. This will be fixed in next patch. All right, that's a that's a step in the right direction for assault. And then we got a few more of the things for assault here. A defense mechanism. The perk has been reworked. The new version, contested health fades 50% slower. Active attrition, damage increase from 10 to 15. Beautiful. Smiting Angel, damage increase from 10% to 25, and Hammer of Wrath. The perk has been reworked. The new version is, after use of jump pack, you take 30% less range damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. All right, so it looks like Assault is getting some love. The developers have definitely heard our plea for, because the thing is, Assault is a fun class. So it sucks that their perks are kind of, lackluster, but so I'm glad that they're getting some love. I won't go into everything, guys. Looks like Heavy has a perk update, thermal boost. The perk has been reworked. The new version is, when a ranged weapon is 50% overheated, you have 50% ammo in magazine, or you have 50% ammo in magazine, range damage increased by 15%. All right, so it looks like those two are the only classes that got some perk reworks there. And then we got some firearms for PvE only. I won't go into everything here, guys. I'm going to leave this down below. This video is already getting longer than I wanted for you guys. We got some combat QOL. I'll leave this down here. Assault is now invulnerable during his ground pound landed. Okay. And then they go into a little bit of siege mode, which is what I want to get into, guys. So siege mode, shop balance tweak. So Guardian Relic cost reduced from 300 to 200. Armor kit cost reduced from 60 to 30. Dreadnought, okay, from 15 to 1250. And Guardsmen, I never use the Guardsmen. I don't think a lot of you guys use them either, but that's good. Glad they've decreased the Guardsmen as well. Increase Guardsman HP and damage. All right, I take back what I just said a moment ago. Maybe I might use them again. 50% for normal difficulty and 100% damage and HP increase for hard difficulty. All right, shout out to the Guardsmen. I'm gonna have to use them a little more. Dreadnought time has increased from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Huge. I was playing a little bit last night and was on level 23 24, and I noticed that I need that dreadnought lasting a little longer. Let's just say that. So I'm glad they did that. Streamlined terminus enemies spawn logic after 16th wave. Every third wave can spawn 1 to 2 terminus enemies. Every fifth wave can spawn 2 to 3 terminus enemies. All right. Fix multiple issues with spawns. Fix multiple issues with enemies getting stuck at their spawns. Never experienced that, but that's good that they did that. Fix multiple issues with not being able to progress to the next sector. Again, I've never experienced that, but that's good. Fix a lot of minor issues, siege level, geometry, and collision. Completing waves as assault class will now unlock infernal pistol skins. Cool. And then we got some PvP updates here, guys. PvP extended list of available weapons. I will leave this right there. Again, the link will be down below if you want to read that. PvP progression. XP has been recalculated and new levels added, all right? Lots of minor fixes for private lobby gameplay modificators. Holy smokes. And then the AI, some AI fixes here, guys. Neurothrope dealing too much damage with his beam attack in some rare cases. I think I've experienced that for sure. Lictor can spawn invulnerable in some rare... I've never experienced that. That's a nightmare fuel. Cultist, sniper, firing twice. I've experienced that in some rare cases, yeah. Lots of minor animation fixes for various enemies. All right, beautiful. And we got some cool customization stuff here. I'm just going to read that. Reverted fix... that made it impossible to put a decal under geometry on the knee pads. Lots of other minor fixes for customization, armor parts, and the emblems. When are we going to get like full customization, guys? This is going to be crazy when we can just do full customization. I want to fix my face, make it look like me, yeah, cool. They're working on it from what I hear. We got some general fixes here, guys. I won't go into all the detail. But in my opinion, guys, some solid. Let me just scroll back to the top here for a second and leave you with this picture right, if I can ever get to the top here. All right. With that being said, guys, appreciate you dropping by. I think these tweaks, you know, these balances are pretty good. I'm happy with them. The siege mode shop balance tweaks are pretty good. I gotta definitely give those guardsmen a try because I've definitely been sleeping on them. They've just been cannon fodder for me, but you know, it seems like it's their time to shine. Maybe a lot of cool PvE firearm weapon changes, so you know, and melee changes. So we'll have to dive into that and give them our opinion. But with that being said, guys, appreciate you dropping by. Again, I'll leave the link down below if you want to go into further detail. But again, appreciate you dropping by. Please like, please subscribe for all your Space Marine 2 and, you know, in the future, Space Marine 3 news. And again, thank you so much. Have a great one today, guys. Take care.